Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. Today we're going to be playing as the Cravers. I kicked it up to Endless, not because I necessarily think that I'm ready to definitely win games on Endless, but because Endless is the most strategically constrained environment for which to learn strategy, and since I'm probably going to play the game mostly on Endless, it makes sense to learn strategies that work on Endless, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Also, we're playing as Cravers today. They look like this. And they say stuff like that. Cravers. 2 reasons. Let's talk about it on the loading screen here. This is a real bummer of a loading screen. Basically, I want a better handle on war, and I figure the Cravers are a good way to get that. So my goal here, my sort of medium-term goal is let's eliminate another player from the game militarily. Let's get a good grasp on that. Last game, I definitely learned that I need to pay more attention to my manpower. So that's something to keep in mind. Hey, let's watch this.
We were already hungry when they created us.
It's a pretty intense purpose.
Even abandoned by our masters, our hunger still remains.
Alright, well, the Cravers have been around since the Endless were around, I guess, so that's a pretty long-lived race. I don't know how they managed to start building spaceships. Seem to be a little simple, single-minded, maybe?
For as long as they can remember, the Hive has waged endless war. Born, or rather bred, in the labs of the Endless, as a relentless bioweapon. Peace is not a concept they understand.
Oh my god, read faster.
You have been locked too long on one planet, however, and your home world will soon be consumed. To avoid extinction, you must strike out from your birthplace and devour the galaxy.
Okay, devour the galaxy. That dude loves to pause for like a second and a half between words. Ugh, alright, let's, so what do we got here? Husk. Man, Husk has pretty good resource output. It is being overexploited and will become fully depleted in 19 turns. Okay, you know what, actually, before we jump into any decisions, let's have a look at what actually makes Cravers Cravers. So, we are slave drivers. Cravers' population enslave other factions that live on the same planet, causing them to give -10 approval, but plus 100% resource output. That's cool. I mean, slavery is not cool, but I like resource output. It's a difficult line. We start with some Harrowsham on our home system, plus 2 command points, -25% ship upkeep, plus 2 population slots, plus 10% infantry health. This goes a little bit further toward explaining the problems we were having as the Sophons, because our infantry had, I think, -20% health. So these guys were a lot tougher than we were. No peace with other factions as long as militarists are in the Senate. Okay, so it's interesting that they do give you a way to be peaceful if you want to try to do that. And we start with xenolinguistics and N-wave fusion, which means that we have access to titanium mining, the basic industry building, and the thing that converts population into manpower. Okay, I can see how that would be useful in a serious war. Start pressing civilians into military service. Okay, so Husk is going to be completely depleted in 19 turns. In the meantime, we're getting some food output from these guys. Actually, not very much, though. Right, their output is doubled, but that just means 1 extra food, because the planet we're on is not sterile. We need new worlds. So we've got Arctic, arid, and lava worlds in our home system. Arctic, arid, and lava. I know lava's over here, right? Yeah, colonized lava. So that's a little bit off. Mediterranean, tundra. I mean, we could do this. I have to be able to spell, though. Oh, Arctic's all the way down there. What about arid? Arid is over here. Okay, well, rare earth foams is on the way to the baryonic drive, which allows you to move, or baryonic shielding, which allows you to move without star lanes. So rare earth foams might be a good place to start. Although actually, let's start with the science building, and then we'll science much better through the rest of these lines. So xenobiology to get the public-private partnerships. Alright, now here's something I learned a little bit while playing off camera. It can be difficult to level up your heroes at the beginning of the game, but what we're going to do is take our starting hero, Kren Salutis, and attach him to an exploration ship. And then use that exploration ship's probes to probe all our curiosities. Let's make sure we have the right one selected. And this gives a considerable amount of XP to the hero. Okay, we found some... Okay, plus science and dust per citizens, and we found another population. And also... some other rings. This is a very ringed planet. And also some Hyperion. Okay. So, yeah, this would be nice to get. Alright, so like, how much XP did you get from that? You can see that was over half a level right there. So we're going to keep that up. Where is our other exploration ship? Let's just go exploring. And our colony ship will also just pick a direction and start moving. So we are on... Oh, we're not actually on the edge of the galaxy this time. So there could be stuff in any direction, really. Alright, let's make the basic industry buildings as quickly as possible. 19 turns. So I don't know exactly what this means. Fully depleted. Like, I don't know what fully depleted means resource-wise. Does it go down to... It doesn't go out to no payout, I assume. But are we talking, like, 50%? 10%? These things will make a difference to our overall strategy once we figure them out. Okay, well, we have found a bunch of not inhabitable worlds. Let's send our hero fleet this way, because there's some anomalies over here to explore. What do we have here? Ash and lava. Very high industry, these hot worlds. I want you to go this way. Alright. Yeah, we desperately need the xenobiology. Look at how long it's taking us to research these very early techs, even. Oh, you know what I didn't look at? This is something we need to get used to. Let's check out what the legendary deeds are. So be the first to produce 100 dust in a star system. I think it's unlikely that I will get this. Also, the reward is just 75 Hyperion. That's not really a big deal. And we actually can't even see what the other deeds are, so never mind. Once we finish xenobiology, we'll know what this one is. So I imagine our faction quest will be starting any minute now. Usually they give you a couple of turns to do basic exploration stuff first. Okay, not habitable. Very heavy on the unexplored curiosities over there, though, it looks like. Metallic waters. Plus industry minus approval. And a fair amount of dust. That's pretty good. Finding early dust is not quite as powerful in this game as it was in Endless Legend because you don't have the ability to buy stuff out by default. Alright, so our hero has leveled up. Let's have a quick look at his skills. So the top tier Cravers skill is plus 8 depletion points on planets. And since this guy will be a governor, that means all the planets in the system, right? But plus 32% all resources on depleted planets. So I could see that being very useful, actually. I assume that we're going to run out our planets. The whole idea is we have to keep expanding because we keep making all of our planets garbage. We have to keep stealing them from other people. So this helps to mitigate some of that. So we probably want this guy to be a governor. That is a great governing skill. Plus 10 food per planet and plus 10 industry. Yeah. Alright, let's start in on that. That is good enough to convince me this dude needs to be a governor. But we're not going to reassign him just yet. I want to get him another level or two from curiosity exploitation. So let's get him out to here. We'll have this ship as, I mean, it's here and it's out of move, so we'll have it hit a couple of these and then step off. What have we discovered? It's dust-deciduous trees. Okay. Oops, I missed. I do think this is really cool. I'm not going to be doing this zoom in and show us all the worlds thing very often, because, listen, we got a lot of game to play. But I do really like that it exists. We've discovered hostile fauna. Plus 1 food and minus 1 science, minus 10 approval. The beasts of this planet were first described as giant, primal, and impressive. A more accurate description would have been clever, silent, and ravenous. And plus 10 XP on ships. Unfortunately, this would have been a really good thing to find with our hero. Okay. We're having a little bit of a slow start here, honestly. Turn 5 might be the faction quest turn. So we'll have we'll at least have something to put our minds to in a moment. I like starting with the Xeno-industrial infrastructure unlocked. That seems really good. Alright, what do we got? Trouble. Cravers scouts out in the great beyond have pinged the homeworld about a mysterious ship harassing our forces. This wouldn't be out of the ordinary except for one thing. It's one of ours. Cravers ships do not turn against their own kind. We must take action. Alright, I'm down with that. We could intercept the hostile vessel, or we could just destroy it. I'm thinking we're going to be leaning toward destroy stuff a lot this game. So let's get into the roll. Where's this thing? It's like way out there. Okay. Honestly, if it's just a single vessel, depending on stuff, it might be that a hero plus exploration ship is good enough to do the job. We've discovered the planet Sahar. Though Sahar at first appears to be just another dry planet devoid of anything other than the simplest of life forms, faint geometric patterns that beg to be investigated seem to be etched on its surface. Initial scans indicate that surface ruins do not appear to be related to these patterns. There's clearly a story here of some form of civilization, but nothing remains that can be easily documented from orbit. Only excavation and exploration might potentially reveal what may once have existed. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess we need to get our... My read of that is that we need to get our curiosity exploration powers up before we can make anything of that. Let's do the zoom in. I want to see this planet up close. That's a pretty cool looking planet too, with the green clouds and stuff. Okay, big flat desert, sure. Ooh, that is a cool looking planet. Maybe whoever designed... It's an artificial planet, and whoever designed it really loved Lucky Charms. I get that. I love some Lucky Charms. Man, I don't eat sugary cereal anymore for the most part. Trying to be a little healthier. But, dude, some Lucky Charms would be real good right now. I do make occasional exceptions when it's Halloween time. Count Chocula. You gotta have the Count Chocula. I don't want to live a life that doesn't have any Count Chocula in it. I wish it was still available year-round. Okay, so this is what? We're the first to have 8 planets colonized. We are in 5th place on this. I can't imagine we're going to succeed on this thing, because we found so few planets that are habitable to us. So I want to go to PEV scale accelerators pretty badly to get that arid colonization unlocked. How many arid planets have we seen? It's been quite a few, hasn't it? There's a large arid planet here. Yeah, I think PEV... This is the move. We probably also want to colonize Mediterranean, so we don't have to do this. The line doesn't mean requirement. but PEV scale accelerators will be considerably cheaper if we get rare earth foams first. We're going to go for military stuff. We are. But I really need to get worlds and resource generation first. So let's put science up next. I mean, we may as well get it this way. Let's do that. Cerebral reality will give us a little bit of dust in science. We're at 33, so plus 10 is actually a significant improvement. And then from this we will get... Actually, at this point, we'll get 20 from husk because it's fertile. And it's not going to be too much more valuable than that, because this whole system is kind of poorly adapted. Well, it is what it is. This is not a great start. We also don't have any strategic resources available, so I'm a little nervous about that. Alright, how long is this actually going to take? 4 turns. Yeah, so I'm definitely running a colony ship directly into a hostile enemy ship, but I'm going to retreat. Honestly, this colony ship may be useless for quite a long time, so... Yep, sure, retreat. The wind just closed... The wind coming through my bedroom window closed the bedroom door. It scared the crap out of me. Alright, so it's a single small ship, it looked like. So I don't think we're going to need to build anything fancy to be able to defeat it. Alright, so what do we have here? Micro factories. So plus 3 food per citizen is significant. And some XP for our hero. Cool. And more micro factories? This planet has double micro factories. That's strange. Well, it's a very high food planet for an ash planet. This is pretty great. Okay, so I think you have to be orbiting a world to unassign the hero, and you can only assign him to a fleet that is also orbiting a system rather. So I think we might be able to just bounce him over to this fleet once this fleet is in orbit. Okay, this guy is an attacker, but his stats are not amazing. Unfortunately, he's more energy than projectile in his weapons, so... Our weapons are all projectile, and we have no defenses to speak of. And we fight better at short range. I guess let's just turtle. A grave defeat. Yeah, with the hero it would have been fine. Okay, well, it's going to be a couple of turns there. Yeah, man, this is a really slow start. Hey, look, we found a habitable world. A tiny forest world. Whatever it'll do. We just gotta start generating some resources, man. Alright, the good news is we definitely have the dust to pay for the increased food. Yeah, you know what, let's go for migration as well. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. Never mind, let's kill the migration thing. My thinking there is that I don't actually expect my ships to get through MEGREZ, the food ships from the capital. So we do have some influence to spare. We could pop a law in. We could lower our fleet costs. We have access to plus approval, plus manpower, plus dust. Actually, Super Tax Act. We don't have a lot of citizens, so the approval penalty would be pretty small. Actually, never mind. I don't want to drop approval any lower than it is here. 6 turns until depletion. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have anywhere else to put the population. Alright. So at this point, we probably just want to make a couple of ships. It would be great to make warships, right? But we don't have warships. So what we're going to do instead is just make some explorers with the purpose of using them for war. Let's park here. We'll grab this this guy that's coming out next turn and send him up there. I'm sure, actually, are our warships unusually good at combat? That would be my expectation. No, they have two weapon slots. I think that's unusual. Alright, so let's merge these guys up. And then go spill some blood. And then, honestly, I think the hero probably gets assigned to the new system. Who are you? Who is this? The Unfallen? Alright, well, I think we found our, we've found our player that we're going to eliminate. I'm very curious about this Sahar thing. That's pretty weird. Okay, we've got the ability to colonize arid worlds coming up. MEGREZ is, what is this world in MEGREZ that we can colonize? Well, there's a large arid world, so we'll be able to do that soon. And Mediterranean from the, Okay. So we need to colonize MEGREZ as soon as it's clear. And that'll provide a nice bottleneck to all of this other stuff, allowing us to colonize it at our leisure in peace. Oh hey, we can colonize Sahar now. We should probably pick this up. Well, let's colonize this world first. And then we'll pick up magnetic field generators, since these don't even do anything. Well, I guess they give a little bit of science on Husk, but they'll give much more science on Zoo. Okay, so we probably want to pick up some military stuff. We don't have access to Hyperium, so I'm not too worried about picking up Hyperium mining. We probably want access to new hulls. So let's pick up... Do I want planetary landscaping or off-world agribusiness? It would be cool to be able to do diplomacy with minor civs. I'm not terribly excited about the prospect of having to fight everyone we encounter to conquer it, you know? So why don't we pick this up? No, I know I'm waffling, but actually food is important. Food is valuable. Right, and then once we have this research, we'll have access to the research for new ship hulls. We gotta get ready to fight these Unfallen. I have no doubt that our 2 exploration ships plus a hero will be capable of handling this. And then, like I said, how far are we on this? 6-ish turns. So I'll assign him as a governor to this system. Help it grow a little more quickly. Okay, let's real quick have a look here. So we have a Craver here. This world is depleted. So it makes sense to move all of our population off onto this new world, right? Yeah, it's just all of our resource output went up when we did that. And we really only want one. The Cravers themselves don't really generate a lot of resources, right? Like if I move these guys over here. Oh, never mind. It actually is a significant amount. I'm debating, like, how quickly do I want to deplete this planet? Right now, it's a very effective planet. Man, if we can find 10 titanium somewhere, we might actually be able to get this done. Just by powering through it with the naturally high industry of an arid world, plus the ability to push stuff really hard with Cravers. Yeah, I mean, it is a significant amount of extra resources to just have everybody over here. 60 turns until depleted. Okay. What's up? Cooperative quest. Rumor of an academy. Backtrack the paths of heroes. We've seen this quest before. Explore 5 atmospheric curiosities to reveal the academy. But also the academy, it seems like, can just be revealed by somebody moving to the system that it's in naturally. So that may be what ends up happening. Somebody might just find it before that quest is over. Alright, get wrecked. Oh hey, that was the titanium we needed, that's right. So let's do this, right? Plus 20% science and dust. I guess... first of all, you have to be happy. And secondly, we could really use the temporary approval boost that it gives. Well, maybe this isn't a good use of our time. How long is it going to take us to research the next ship hull? 4 turns. So we probably want to start pumping out new ships as soon as we can, right? To threaten the Unfallen. So let's not go for the Wonder. It turns out I don't care about it enough. Let's just build these things. We'll get there. Good kill. Your fleet watches wordlessly as the Cravers ship crashes to the planet's surface. Alright, let's go get it. Scavengers should be sent to strip mine the crashed ship for parts like you would any other ship. Maybe you'll learn something, too. With the strange Craver ship lying broken somewhere on the planet's surface, some of your nestmates think the job is done. But they are wrong. You need to learn more about this hostile ship. Where it came from. Who built it. Are there others like it out there? The only answers will come from a thorough examination of the crash site. So explore the planet to find the wreck, and we'll get cyborg stomachs. Okay, plus 20% food on outposts. So outposts become colonies faster. That's useful. Alright, okay, we have to explore all these. Fortunately, our fleet has 4 probes. And this will be a lot of XP for our hero. We've discovered some Hyperium, okay? And also some Hyperium. Let me guess. There's Hyperium here. Oh no, titanium this time, okay. Your drones are surprised on their arrival to hear a screeching noise coming from the ruins of the ship, but it falls silent as they begin to dig into its remains. The energy levels and lights dim. They successfully, if brutally, extract targeting and weapon modules from the wreckage. Your bishops advise you that the ship contained technology closely tied to the virtual endless. Their machines can no longer reach into the Craver hive mind, and now that they have been destroyed. For better or for worse, the Cravers have rejected their ancient overlords. Only time will tell if this is a wise choice. Your scavengers found something else in the wreckage. A body. Or what's left of a body. Some artificial suit or exoskeleton of ancient design and unknown materials. It's something a virtual endless might have piloted when it required a corporeal form. What's troubling is that it seems to be acting as a relay to some kind of signal. One word keeps coming through. Wasp. Your bishops have come to the grim conclusion that wherever the Craver ship came from, there are probably more out there, and they could be a major threat. Time to do some digging. Build the Signal Seeker in a minor civilization's home system, or explore a curiosity on MEGREZ while possessing 50... we can do this right now, and it gives us a hero. What is this? We get the Infinity Shield, which is not infinite. It is a finite shield. And also, we'd have to find a minor civilization's home system and then convert them or conquer them. Nah, screw that. We'll study. Listen, studying is an important part of war. The virtual exoskeleton could be repaired and a virtual consciousness restored to it with the right technology. Bam. Done. We are killing this faction quest. And we also got 100 science. Cool. Success. As your scientists finish their work on the virtual exoskeleton, your soldiers standing guard begin to twitch uncontrollably. Suddenly, all communication from the laboratory is cut off. Soldiers sent in the room to investigate cut contact. For hours, you can only wait. Eventually they emerge, but they are not the same. Their eyes and chitinous armor glow with dust, and they are led by a resurrected virtual endless. It strides toward your gathered Craver forces who hold their ground, guns trained on their possibly hostile ancestor. It speaks in soft tones to urge comfort and care. Foragers, we have a new mission. We are going home to Corku. Okay, this is a turn. I was not expecting to have a virtual endless show up. So this is our guy, huh? Rayarin leads your forces to the Infinite Factory, a massive structure hidden on a planet long forgotten by every other faction in the galaxy. The Craver forces crawl over each other as they approach the door, frantic to enter and consume the dust within. Rayarin approaches the gate and raises a hand, but the gate doesn't budge. Rayarin's powers have grown weak from years of slumber. He doesn't have the telekinetic power needed to simply fling the doors open. Should you get soldiers to do the job, or would it be better to let Rayarin come back when it's stronger? So we can search the quest curiosity on the Infinite Factory system with a fleet that has 200 manpower. That doesn't sound too hard. And we'll get plus 40% manpower refill rate on heroes. I'm assuming that means on fleets that have heroes. Or systems, even. Plus 20% health regen on heroes. Health regeneration ratio. Plus 20% health regeneration on fleet when heroes assigned. Plus 40%. Okay. So yeah, those top two are... Huh. Alright. I guess hero ships do have manpower, don't they? That must be what it means. Okay. Or we could search the quest curiosity with Rayarin when he's at level 9 and instead get an accelerated ovipositor. Gross. Plus 30% defense capacity. This sounds like the way to go. We can do this. A fleet that has 200 manpower. So where's this system? Okay. The Infinite Factory World. Outstanding science. Okay. Yeah, that's extremely doable. So we have a new hero. Yeah, battle. We hardly lost any health even. Your fleet enters the system MEGREZ and is barely slowed from supralight speed when a belt of rocks encircling one of the planets starts to peel off and head toward you on a carefully calibrated collision course. With your current inertia and momentum, unfortunately, a course change is impossible. I guess we'll just take a hit. Study the effect, which will leave your fleet vulnerable but may provide benefits. Or build up your defenses and pulverize the rocks. And maybe gain resources. Let's study. The fleet can survive a little health loss. Alright. We also have unlocked a new stage of Empire development. Okay. Let's get Kren Salutis the other level of this thing, and like I said, I think we're waiting for him to be able to take over MICRE. MICRE? Something. Do I want to spend the influence at this point, now that I know ships will get through? Probably not. It'll get finished soon enough. So we need to get the baryonic shielding so that we can get to the Infinite Factory. And we need to bring 200 manpower with us when we go. Our scavenger ships have 44. We might need medium-sized ships before this is really viable. What do these guys have? It doesn't tell us yet. It's probably not much more, though. Yeah, we might need to get one of these two before it's feasible to do this. That's okay. That's not that much tech. We need to finish this research and then do one more in this tier. Okay, so until then, I guess you guys can probably head toward MICRE. We may as well explore the anomalies that are over here. Oh yeah, I should assign the new guy. Oh, he's level 4 already, too. So what's his deal? He is endless. That's his faction. Plus 40% manpower refill rate and stock. Plus science on systems, plus vision and movement on fleet. Shield capacity on fleet. He certainly seems like a fleet hero. He's also a guardian, which is another fleet thing. Yeah, so this guy is definitely going to be a fleet hero. Plus 40% shield capacity and damage on fleet. Yeah, this dude is commanding our fleets. So let's start picking up relevant skills. Vision and movement, actually that's really relevant in the early game. We can also pick up experience and vision. No, I want the movement points. So do I want to... Let's split off one of these guys. Oh, it has to be one of my systems. Okay, then never mind. We'll assign him to a fleet soon. I don't want to assign him to a planet because the assignment cooldown is so long, and these guys are going to be around MICRE any moment now. And it will be colonized. Okay, we discovered science pays plus 15 industry on colonies for 10 turns. Yeah, pretty cool. We did not get creator of wealth. I'm not surprised by that at all. Okay, let's have this fleet move over to here. This fleet has some probes on it, so we can do a little bit more exploration. We've discovered the analytical engine. A unique improvement that gives +1 dust per curiosity discovered. Okay, that'll be interesting to build somewhere. In the midst of a small asteroid belt, your scouts have discovered a unique crystalline building, a fractal-like lattice whose sheer intricacy boggles the mind. Oh no, we didn't discover the ability to build that system improvement. We discovered that it exists in this system already. I see. As your probe stops together a tiny sample, a massive chunk crumbles off, rotating slowly in space. The sample has some very strange properties. It appears to have some weak directional resonance, like a needle in an undetectable magnetic field. Your scientists have never seen anything like it. Your fleet has its orders, of course, but you wonder if diverting your mission to seek out the source of this strange crystal-affecting field could prove profitable. So send a fleet to a quest marker over here. Okay, we will. To receive some Hyperion. Well, there's one more thing to search here, so let's get that done. Okay, a Hyperion deposit too. So yeah, MEGREZ 3 is actually really valuable. The atmosphere of this planet has a strange psychotropic effect. When inhaled, the sweet vapor allows the subject to see exactly 4 seconds into the future. So +2 vision range on this fleet. Okay. Well, let's send them back to Geno. So we need to produce some colony ships now. We gotta start spreading. We have a number of colonizable planets available to us now. Although I guess we probably don't want to expand too quickly, because, you know, there's only so much food to go around for the colonies. Alright, adaptive bureaucracies gives you access to a pretty good unique building, but we don't really, I think, have a lot of value in colonizing barren worlds. We don't see too many barren worlds. Xenology will let us unlock new heroes when we want. Botanical scanning is potentially a lot of food. I like heroes, though. And industry is going to be a problem if we don't research at least some industry stuff. We don't have any other planetary specializations by default, so we can at least set all of our planets on the Spin project and get a bunch of influence for basically not even really an opportunity cost. Get to those medium-sized ships quickly, and I guess we'll use those to start a war. What is this? What are you doing? Alright, first of all, let's explore some stuff. Get some more XP. Ice 10. A rare form of ice that is caused by water crystallizing under high pressures, Ice 10 is interesting for its thermodynamic properties. It seems to be a lot less dangerous than Ice 9. Also, a fair amount of XP. Alright. The Academy has been discovered. Where your efforts failed, another was successful. Unfortunate. By blue player. That's fine. It's probably not anywhere near us. Okay, titanium. Useful. And this guy is, like, blockading our system. I don't appreciate that. Get out of here. I'm sure he'll just flee. What? Wow, I underestimated that ship a little bit. I cannot believe that was the outcome of that. Well, it doesn't actually seem to be affecting... The colony will grow on its own. He's just going to prevent any of these little ships bringing food from landing. Yeah. Now, we have to kill him as a matter of pride. The default militarist law is pretty bad. I didn't actually look at our government. We're an autocracy, apparently. I have absolute power. Well, that's an okay kind of power to have. I guess we'll keep the militarists in charge so that the militarists gain XP. Because we're going to want some of those higher level militarist laws when we get into war. Now let's have a quick look at what exactly is our deal with our government. Only the major population can vote. Anarchy cannot happen, but you cannot change your government type either. 1 party representation, 3 law slots. Okay. Oh no, we do get to build the analytical engine where we want. There are quite a few revealed curiosities here. Alright, we got some kind of event on the shoulders of supergiants. A distant stellar giant, about 80 times the size of an average star, has gone supernova. Capitalizing on the media attention drawn by the event, a pacifist group within your empire has launched a campaign to bring home the fleets that were monitoring this event rather than leaving them on patrol. So, okay, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I'm happy with all that stuff. Alright, we have discovered... Using your crystal sample as a guide, you've led your fleet to a large barren planet, apparently rich in minerals. But your scanners pick up no signs of life. Your team sets up temporary camp on the surface, taking the opportunity to gather some potentially useful resources, while a smaller group makes an exploratory sweep. After performing a brief survey, one of your geologists has come to you with astonishing news. This planet is littered with thousands of small pockets of dust, not dust in its natural form, but dust scattered in clumps and jagged patterns in the crystalline bedrock, almost as if the planet had been once struck by violently struck by thousands of dust-bonded meteorites. A sample piezoelectric test confirms your geologist's suspicions. You can tell how I'm used to using that word. She advises that it will take months of further study before the dust can be extracted in any usable form. You do not mention it to her, but the planet gives you a strange feeling. You feel as if you are treading over a long-forgotten graveyard, but a spare cache of dust could be useful. The dead are dead, and even if this might be a somewhat disrespectful act, your empire needs the dust. I'm not 100% sure that's true, but send an expedition to the indicated curiosity on Gano 4. Dust deposits of this magnitude may have already attracted salvage gangs, probably. So it might be best to go ready for a fight. Okay, we'll build some ships, then we'll do that. Okay. So I need colony ships, but we also do need fighting ships. Let's build a couple of these. We'll build, we haven't built really defensive ships at all in the past, but I'm going to start varying my designs. We're going to learn all kinds of stuff about the war systems in this game. That is our goal here today. So, yeah, 3 turns worth of that, and then colony ships. So when those guys are out, we'll send them over here and have them search this thing together. 5 turns, huh? We can't even do the merchants and money thing while the system's under blockade. Yeah, the Unfallen have signed their own death warrant. I am outraged about this treatment. Okay, we can assign our new fleet hero. And then, I mean, just chill. Yep. You're gonna get yours. Don't you worry. Also, he's got these ships just like running around in my... These all up in my stuff. Oh man, stuff is happening. That's a lot of notifications. An unexpected guest. Out of the blue, literally, a new minor faction has abruptly moved onto one of your planets and have no intentions of leaving. Hey, that's fine. Everybody gets to work in the mines. That's the beautiful thing about our society. We're very equal this way. Get over here. Get over here and help us build ships for conquering. Alright. We should probably get this built too. I want heroes. I want free heroes. Oh, we actually did have exoscience stations open from the beginning, I guess. Well, the spin project is probably more useful to us. So we'll queue these up as well. Actually, do I want to put these up front? No, I want that. I want the Marauder finished. Let's get that done first. These can be in here. Okay. We were not the first to control 4-star systems. Certainly true. Okay, so how long would it take to research one of these? 11 turns. It's not so bad, really. So the Bishop-class ships are hunters, and these guys are coordinators. So I think we want the hunters. We also are, the hulls are made of titanium, and we have access to more sources of titanium, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So 11 turns, we'll see if we can get that down a little bit. Okay, we've seen this event a couple of times. Minus 15 industry is probably unacceptable. Minus approval is not great either. But I think we have to take the minus approval. Yeah. Okay. Well, as soon as we arrive, we can move this quest forward. At least we have a lot of cool stuff happening. There's a lot of things occurring now. Alright, the outpost will grow into a colony naturally in a couple of turns, even without any outside assistance. We're definitely going to settle MEGREZ next, and then Gano, because I'm very curious about Sahar. Alright, may as well fleet up. This will be good for this hero's XP as well. Okay, we discovered 50 influence. And 100 dust. Alright. As your ships ascend, kicking clouds of dirt up from the planet's surface, a small warning lamp illuminates the communication station in your capital ship. Before you know it, you're receiving panic transmissions from the rest of your fleet. You're under attack from rocks? An explosion makes your ship lurch, snapping you out of your confusion. There's no time for contemplation. The battle is in full swing. Alright, so we revealed some rocks. Let's fight rocks. Sure, destroy those pirates, get a lot of titanium. That's good, I'm going to need a lot of titanium. They have a prowler and an accelerator, so yeah, I'm not too worried. Let's turtle them. Our ships are most effective at short range, and also we have some hull plating that gets advanced by the turtle. The dust settles in your ship's limp, smoking out of the atmosphere. During the battle, you caught a glimpse of one of the attacking ships, a ship made of bright blue crystal hidden beneath a layer of rock. Your thoughts flit to the first thing that comes to mind, an ancient race called the Harmony, who were supposedly wiped out centuries ago by a plague created by the Endless. But your historical knowledge is lacking. You make a mental note to read up more when you have time. On your ship's bridge, your geologist and you share a look of relief. The majority of the crew has survived the day. Perhaps, for the moment, that is the most important thing. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well that was a good quest. We got some XP, we got some free stuff. Oh, one of the planets in this system at first appears to be lifeless and poor in resources. A second scan at higher power, however, reveals that the entire planet is a hologram, and in fact there is something hiding beneath the cleverly constructed camouflage. So we could analyze the planet, get a free tech, but also have minus 10 science for 10 turns. What's our science output right now? 157? Yeah, that's not that much of a reduction. I'll go for this. It's like researching 2 techs at the same time, you know? Alright, settlers. And we definitely are taking these guys to go and say hello to those unfallen ships. They have made an error in judgment, and we must educate them to this fact. Yeah, you better run. Yeah, Empire-wide manpower is low. We've been creating a lot of ships and colonies and stuff. An Intergalactic Congress of Scientists. Yeah, we've seen this one too. So, minus 20 industry, or minus 20 science on systems, but plus 30 industry on colonies. Or plus 30 science, but minus 20 dust. Honestly, I mean, I love industry, but I don't want to take another large science hit. We can afford the dust hit. We're not actually getting a lot of value out of our dust right now, so that feels like a pretty minor loss. Oh, interesting. He's running like an actual combat fleet over there. Is he gonna attack me? Am I about to be declared war on by the Fallen? Can't say I'm super jazzed about that. Alright. We're gonna have to have some words with them. We have slightly more guns than they do. New planet needs to get its very basic stuff under control right away. Oh yeah, that reminds me. How are we doing on Zhu? 51 turns to depletion? I think that's a lot of turns of very good resource output. Yeah, I think they might actually attack us. It seems like 3 small ships probably wouldn't be enough to overcome the manpower on the world, right? I guess our manpower is in kind of a bad position, though. Yeah, we need to generate way more manpower. So it'll just happen naturally over time. But we got to get more food, basically. So let's colonize a bunch of arid worlds that have no food on them, right? I wonder if this is unique to Sahar, or if all arid planets have the same movie. Because it seems like unique planets should have unique movies, right? Alright, I think we can definitely afford to really lay into this. Let's get this thing colonized and figured out as quickly as possible. Maybe it's not a good idea to start another colony right now, given, you know, the way things are running. Okay, our events are coming to an end. We're losing all of our bonuses. It's actually fine. Excuse me? Who are you? A vine ship. That was a vine ship. An entwiner. Oh, is this how he extends his roots? Yeah, screw that. Absolutely not. I didn't actually check the stats. Yeah, this thing's not dangerous. It has no weapons. So it retreated, I assume? Yeah, it retreated.
The anger of the unfallen is like fire.
Well, I mean, good job. You figured it out. That is indeed a good description of my actions. So for right now, we're guarding this system. You get out of here. We don't actually need our probes for exploring colonies right now, so let's send one probe down the star lane. And then another one just sort of in another direction. Let's see if we can find some cool stuff. Hey, look at that. We found cool stuff immediately. Alright. We actually might have to break off and come deal with this questioner, because I bet he's going to go blockade my system. Yep. There are almost no words for how much I hate this Unfallen player. Alright, we can already see the vines. He's right there. Alright, well, I was going to maybe wait a little bit, but I think we got to get our colonization going right now, because I think they're going to attack my colony ship if I leave it there. Wow, this planet's really pretty. Alright, abundant Hyperium and average Titanium. Fantastic. We have got to get this world quickly. Okay, we're making good use of our dust finally. Getting something out of it. Alright, looks like they bailed off of Ghana right away. Oh, no, never mind. They just moved different... How many ships did they have in my territory? Okay.
The anger of the unfallen is like...
Yeah, he's threatening us.
Unfallen is like fire.
Yeah, he's at maximum threatening. Okay, so this is his homeworld. We are adjacent to it now. That actually doesn't look like him. That's the other, like the sort of reddish-purple color. So there's another player nearby. Okay, profiteers are selling off stock of Transvine. So this would be an okay time to buy Transvine, probably, or at least in a turn or two once they're done selling it off. If we had access to the marketplace or cared about any of that stuff. Okay, this is the Lumeris.
In the name of the four families.
Listen, you and I can be pals for now. Okay, I do not have 8 planets yet. Because we're about to have some more pressing concerns, I think. Okay, we have access to medium-sized ships. So we need some other stuff. We need baryonic shielding, of course, so that we can move our faction quest forward. We could use some better modules as well. We have a command point advantage from our racial abilities, but we could pick up a bigger command point advantage, and also tanks, and also the titanium A2S slug module, which I think allows you to more effectively reduce a system's manpower by bombarding it from space. So actually I think this is going to be our next tech. 2 turns? Look at that, we're like a science powerhouse over here. But really, mostly what we need to do right now is defend our expanding holdings. We've got to get our food going, because we need more manpower. Okay. That was a good research, but maybe, like I'm saying, maybe we need to push on food. Oh, actually, you know what we could do is we could start using the conscription thing here, the chain gang program. That's a much less pleasant word for it. But yeah, we could do that. We also need something to give us dust. We're starting to run through our initial stock that we built up. The ability to do buyouts would be helpful as well. Yeah, okay, multi-thread management. So, here, let's do the chain gang program once. What is this? Guardian Harvest. Oh, they put one of their guardians in my planet. Okay, that's something to think about. We actually are not desperately in need of approval anymore. But we could burn that. We could smoke some trees.
Do not pretend surprise.
He has declared war. Okay, well, I guess we're going. He's right, I'm not surprised. So he's got 3 attackers and a defender. We've got 2 attackers and a defender and a terrible exploration ship, but also our sweet hero ship, which probably actually needs upgrades. Yeah, alright, well, we'll figure this stuff out. Hold on, let's do a turn of the chain gang thing. We'll sacrifice some population, we'll get a big manpower boost, and we'll build ships. Yep, they're eating my civilian ships because they have parked themselves at a very important position for me. Okay, we need ships, we need vessels. We need a butcher. Ugh. Can't build it here, though. 13 turns. Not gonna work. Actually, this system really needs this. This planet is both temperate and fertile. So, this is plus 30 industry in this sector. Or in this system. We need that really badly. How long does it take you to build a butcher? 2 turns. Much better. Let's actually put that at the top of the queue. what's the manpower requirement here? 330? Okay, so that'll be done. That will have 330 by then. A fully loaded medium-sized ship should be enough to give us a good foothold in this war. They're contesting my outpost on Ghetto. Wait, who is? Oh, this ended. A noticeably increased birth rate in Harashims. Okay, that's fine. Wait, we gained a population on Ghetto? We don't even have Ghetto. Oh, wait a minute. Is that what was meant by it being contested? Because it's kind of like a neutral place now? No progress on outpost. Huh. That's weird. Alright, I'll figure it out in a minute. We got more important things to do at this moment. Howdy. Okay, so they are energy weapon ships that are only effective at short range. My ships are not optimally effective at long range, but they still do work. So let's revive and rebuild. I think we don't actually have shielding, we have hull plating, right? On all of our ships. Yeah. Oh no, he has shields. Minus 10% damage on weapon modules was what I was balking at here, but this is fine. So let's take them at long range. They're specialized for short, so we should do more damage than they do. Yes, considerably. They attacked us, so we still have our action point where we can initiate and do it again. How's that war feeling to you now? Smart guy? Mr. Tree Man guy? Okay, what do we need next? We have things that we can build to increase our dust. It does do plus 25 per system level, so it kind of behooves us to get the ability to do one system level upgrade. And actually, Galactic Commodities is useful. Getting access to the marketplace. Astro Finance would give us access to some emergency dust generation tools. Let's get access to the marketplace. Then we'll go back to worrying about warships. So, I mean, I could defend my systems just as well from Vienna as I can from MEGREZ, right? And we could also, incidentally, while we're at it, be harassing his population. So yeah, these give loss of defense per turn when sieging. Let's slap one of these in our hero ship. We could throw another defensive module in there. Okay. And do I want to redesign the other ships? So let's say I want my slicers to do that. I'd have to pull one of the defense modules. Honestly, that's probably fine, though. We have quite a bit of titanium. Yeah, let's do that. Do I want to keep going with slugs? His ships... Yeah, the slugs seem fine. Actually, though, maybe I want to change to long-range weapons. Like, go to ion torpedoes. Because the slugs are only 80% effective at long, and it seems like we want to be fighting at long. I could go to lasers. The torpedoes do almost twice as much damage, it's just that they're bad once you get to short range. Let's, you know what? Let's go lasers and torpedoes, so that he can't make our ships useless with his defenses no matter what he does. And that means that we do still have some ability to fight at short range. And you could also pick this up. You can just do lasers. Science per destroyed command point. So we could leave this guy without any weapons and just have him... Nah. I think we do want to swap him to shields, though. Because they were using energy weapons, weren't they? You know what, let's do half and half. Until I know what his strategy is, I don't feel super comfortable setting all of my defenses to a single type. Okay, we'll upgrade the attack ships at least. Yeah, let's do it. Maybe I'm pushing my luck here, but let's do it. Alright, and now we have a fully loaded butcher. Okay, well obviously that's not okay. Wait, I can't attack you? This fleet is busy. I'm not sure I agree. Okay, it's just they had movement commands that they hadn't processed yet. Okay, so what did we find? We've uncovered botanical scanning. Which one is botanical scanning? Oh, okay, so we got a tier 2 tech out of it too, and one we wanted. That's nice. That was a good outcome. Right, we have Sahar. I guess there was some confusion based on that Harrison thing. So we don't actually have a Craver here. We're not depleting this planet right now. That said, I kind of wish we had one, you know? Well, at some point in the near future, we'll have spaceports. We can move people around. MICRE currently has no population? How'd that happen? This world has no food. This world has no stats. Has no nothing. Oh, it's because there's no people on it. They're not producing anything. I guess work on that. Now, what is this? It's just 2 attack ships? Strange. I don't know why they would move here. And they're still short-ranged with completely ballistic defenses. Yeah, alright. I don't know what he's doing. Wow, we have 9 command points on our fleets already. That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think things are going okay. Uh-oh. There's a lot of noises being made. We're getting a lot of notifications every turn. It makes me a little nervous. Ooh, he has 10 ships here. Okay, we shouldn't be here. I regret this. Fortunately, these are all those short-range ships. So let's take it to, let's take power to shields. And we'll fight. We gotta go back to our system. We're not ready for this yet. Actually, that was very successful. I think I saw him move ships out toward us. Well, you know what? I mean, we have the advantage now, it looks like. Let's just do the same thing again. This time he has an invader. Minor defeat. That's a weird... I wouldn't call that minor. That looks like a major defeat to me. Okay, this event has ended. The latest political survey suggests that all of our people want to murder everyone in the universe. Sounds reasonable to me. Okay, so we have access to the first system level upgrade. Let's pop over to this screen. So do we have actual income of super spuds? Man, I don't want potatoes. Plus 10% ship buyout reduction, plus 10% construction buyout reduction. That doesn't seem like a very good resource, actually. I mean, I want my systems to be able to go to level 2, because I want, my capital to be level 2, and then to build that building that gives us dust for each system level. Actually, we really need to fix our dust. Let's use the law. This is not going to be popular. We just need to do it for a couple of turns, though. So yeah, let's build this next. We need something that gives dust faster. This takes 10 turns to do. A long and exacting process, I guess. Yeah, we need dust badly. I can't keep the tax rate this high for very long. Okay, so you guys need to get back home. You are 3 turns from getting over there. And we need... We can pick up trading companies, right? We can do that right now. It's a lot earlier than we got access to it last game. We could also try to build some more modules. Another tech from this tier would give us more level for starting ships and also greater manpower capacity. Although our manpower capacity isn't super relevant right now, honestly. Okay, this stuff doesn't actually help us generate manpower any faster. We could upgrade our weapons a little bit. Lasers and slugs. I'm pretty torn, actually. You know what? I'm going to think about this. That's going to be where we're calling it for today. I'm going to consider what tech we want to move on next. Come back next time. We got a little bit embarrassed here, although I think we still did far more damage than we took. We're going to regroup, bring in the largest ship the Empire, or the entire universe has ever seen, and I think we're going to try to burn down some trees. We'll see you then.